I'm Canadian artist Roxanne Jervis, and we were going to get rid of this chair when I realized there's a really interesting thing you can do with these chairs. So I thought I'd show you. It's not really a painting project, but more of a, um, well, it's a pencil rubbing, but you can get a really wonderful finished product out of it. What I've done is I've taken a piece of paper and I'm going to actually be doing the rubbing on the front of the chair back, but I want a piece of paper in here, so I've taped part of it here, and I'm going to take some of this green tape on the back as well, because when you do this rubbing, you really don't want this paper to be moving around. I'm also going to tape in here to get it nice and tight. Okay, now you can use a crayon or you can use charcoal. I'm going to use my 6B pencil here. Okay, this is about the best angle I can get, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the middle here. I'm going to use the flat side of the pencil and I'm going to rub this. Now, we did a video on doing rubbings of grasses, and I thought this would be fun for you to see what else you can do with these rubbings. And if you're careful when you come to the edge, to try not to go over the edge of the actual back of the chair. When you're done, it will be really quite interesting because they actually could be framed. I'm trying very hard not to take my hand off this paper. Just be patient with what you're doing. And I'm using the whole flat side of the pencil here rather than the point. This design is actually the Northwind, and what you can do is you can put it onto a piece of foam core and frame it. You may have to erase some of those funny edges over the top, but this can be a lot of fun for kids and for adults who really want to take a lot more time to get that done right. The more time you take when you're doing this, and probably better to get it firmly attached to the chair. I was just doing this in a hurry because we're getting rid of the chair and I wanted to have a little bit of an outline. I think that you will find you'll have more crisp lines. It's in here on this section, the lines are much crisper than they are down in here, because what happened was the paper slipped. In fact, the chair slipped right off my stand. I'm doing the rubbing of the chair back again, but this time I'm setting it up differently so it's a little easier to maintain. Taken paper as I had before and I've taped a bit along this stem and then flattened it out and made a crease along on the other side, and I'm laying the chair on its back so that I have a bit more control. So I'll show you what happens when you do it that way. Now I will show you the one I did first in a hurry to remind you. And then, this is the one that I took more time with, and I started with the drawing at this end and went slowly all the way across, which would make a really interesting piece. Now, the other thing you can do with this afterwards is you can actually get one of the battery operated erasers and erase out the white spots, which will make the dark spots even stronger. Or you can use pen and ink and outline the black with the pen, and they would make a really nice framed interest piece, especially if it's someone's chair, that maybe your mother's chair or your grandmother's chair that's a favorite one in the house. It would be really good. So I'm going to play with this a bit. I'm going to get my battery operated eraser and take out some of the graphite that went into the hollows, and we'll come back when I get that done. Might be a day or two, but we'll come back. This is the somewhat finished product of the Northwind rubbing from the back of one of our chairs. You can see the difference when I've taken the battery operated eraser and cleared up some of these edges. So the difference from here to here is slight, but you can see how impressive that is just from doing something that might be sitting in your mother's or your grandmother's living room. So do try it. I will do a couple more videos on things that you can do rubbings on, because it's a fairly inexpensive way of getting some interesting artwork to hang on your wall. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and please share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.